and welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus. Shout out to our sponsors. I would like to shout out Defend Hawaii. If you go on their website, go to defendhawaii.com. They have their new spring line that just dropped. Go check them out. Go figure out what you need. They got a bunch of cool stuff. It's easy to order online. It'll be shipped to your house pretty quick. They're pretty on it with it. Go check defendhawaii.com. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. You'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Next up, we have iRep Detail Supply. So I want to congratulate iRep Detail Supply. They just had their 1-year anniversary. I was fortunate enough to go down there, congratulate Kaika and his crew in person. They had a crazy event going on that day. They had a bunch of vendors, food trucks. Their store was packed full of people, and it's so good to see Kaika, a local Kaneohe boy, doing good and bringing his love for what he does back to Kaneohe, at least in Kahalu. His shop is at Temple Valley Shopping Center, or you can go on their website, irepdetailsupply.com, and use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. You'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Congratulations to them too. Kaika, you're doing a good thing, man, and I'm so proud of everything you've been doing. So congratulations again on your 1-year anniversary. Keep it going, bro. Last but not least, I want to shout out Hawaii Candy Factory. You see their stuff everywhere. Is Noms. They have the cutest packaging, bunch of lihimui gummies, gushers. They have gummy peaches is my favorite. They add lihimui and lemon peel and a whole bunch of other stuff to it, and it's my favorite snacks ever. Go check them out. They also have fundraising opportunities. I'm doing a fundraiser for my daughter's volleyball. She's going to the mainland, so they're helping me out with fundraising. So go check them out. Hawaii Candy Factory. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout on their website, hawaiicandyfactory.com. You'll receive 10% off your entire purchase order. Aloha. Okay, so this week my guest is an actor, photographer, videographer, promoter, hat owner. What else, bruh? You do it all. VALEN ALHO. What's up, man? Model.
What's up,
What else
bro?
you got going on?
Filter model.
Bruh. I just seen a video that you were getting your beard just for men.
Oh yeah, bro.
I've definitely done that, bruh, and I left it on too long and it dyes your skin.
Oh yeah, bro. Well, one, like you have to find the right color. So jet black was way too dark. Yeah. And then ever since then I kind of just let it grow. Whatever. It's not, yeah. I
Well,
don't
you
know.
can grow a full beard. I cannot. Like
I
mine doesn't
can grow.
connect. Does yours connect
Right
coming down like a goatee? Or what is it, a Van Dyke?
over here, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it does, but not like as full. But this is
Oh,
like normal. This is normal. Like, yeah, I used to hate it growing up, like I had to shave all the time. And then when my Asian friends were like, bro, you're so lucky because we can't even get that. Like, what I can produce in 2 weeks,
yeah.
they need to produce in like months,
Yeah.
And then they said, like, you're blessed to even have it grow evenly. you
Yeah.
know, Friends have patches and stuff. And I was like, oh, after that, I never complained.
Yeah. And you can groom it. You can do different looks. You could, like, for me, I
Yeah.
can run this right here. I grow a weird looking mustache. My over here part, this side connects, but this side doesn't. And if I
Uh-huh.
try to grow a beard, it looks like I have a bad case of pubes on my face. It doesn't work.
Yeah, man.
You
I
can
was,
you could do the
bro.
full Palani Vaughn freaking like
Yeah, I
old
can't.
school. Yeah.
There was this one time, I forgot this one year I made a Valentine's post. Then I think I always recycle it every Valentine's, but it's a play on my name, Valentine's Day. and
Oh,
then it's all these different pictures of me with different shapes of beard. I think one time I just kind of started shaving different designs until it was all gone, and then each like I guess design I took a picture. So then
oh,
I just collaged it, put all the pictures of me with different beards and stuff. So it's pretty
oh,
funny.
that's cool. And then you can
Yeah.
always just shave it and start all over.
Yep. Shave it. Yeah, because it grows back so fast. So yeah. Yeah. I used to complain all my life about having to shave all the time until I think I was like in college when someone was like, yo, F you, man. Like you don't even know what you got, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and after that, I was like, oh, shoot. I didn't realize that other people struggle with just like,
Oh, yeah. That would be
patching and
me.
stuff a little.
I
But
tried to,
is it your Asian blood or like
yeah.
what's your nationality?
I'm Irish, German, Korean. So my Asian blood takes over with
It
the facial
it's
features for sure.
yeah, I think it's the Korean because my best friend in college was Korean and he was the one that like pointed it out.
Yeah. I tried to do it the pandemic when everything was shut down and I didn't have to work and everybody's wearing a mask. So I grew it out. And
Mhm.
bro, like my daughter was just like, bro, you gotta shave that. I look like Fu Manchu and pubes on my face, and it just not, and I know for a fact now 100% that I can't do it. I tried, but
Right,
yeah.
right, right, right.
And they have all
Yeah,
these
pet
weird salves and lotions that you can buy, which I don't think can work because
right. And pandemic was definitely the time to start experimenting.
yeah, yeah. I have a picture of it. I did like one of those so we were shut down, we couldn't go to district, so I grew it out, and then the day that we opened, I made a video where I had it all messed up, and then I panned out, and then I came back and I'm in my suit and all cleanly shaven. It was kind of cool, but yeah, I
I like
definitely
that. I like
look like I look like a crackhead from Kaneohe when I grew my shit
that.
up. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to like properly. I'm still learning slowly how to properly groom it and stuff. Like I bought some
Oh, yeah.
shampoo that's supposed to make it softer, and then like you have to like get in the habit of brushing it and stuff like that. But like last year, I I was filming this YouTube channel for these people, and I made a cameo, and I saw my beard and how I was, and it was just like really messy, you know. I just look homeless. I was like, oh my gosh, like never again. I want to like get it to where it's like that funky. I was just growing it out, and I didn't
Oh,
really like make it nice and
groom
stuff.
it.
So yeah. That was my downfall. Yeah,
So I wanted to talk to you. I know you're a cat owner, and I recently, within the last year, became technically a cat owner. My girlfriend has a cat, and I've
yeah.
never wanted a cat. I've known nothing about cats. I kind of didn't like them because I have a bunch of strays living around my neighborhood, and I basically fell in love with this thing within a week or so. And bro, this thing got me wrapped. Like I, the affection cats give, they don't do it for no reason. Well,
Hmm.
at least mine could be a little asshole, but when my cat does give me an affection, it's like I'm over the moon with it. I love it, bro. He'll come and lay on my chest, and like he'll kind of suck my shirt, and it's weird. We had him from when he was a little tiny kitten. It was a stray
Oh,
cat,
lucky.
and
Yeah.
we adopted him. And bro, it changed my opinions on cats. And yeah, he definitely won me over, bro. You got two though, right?
So I secretly have two cats.
What do you
And
mean
I see
secretly?
because I'm not supposed to have cats where I live.
No,
It's like
nobody
in
watches this.
it's like in the rental agreement, like
Oh,
no real Christmas trees and then no pets. You can't have pets. But like I stumbled upon them because of my mom, and it was like it was, and my mom wasn't even the middle person. She was like the middle person of how where these cats were originally from. We just knew that they were being abused, and
Oh.
being used as tomcats, like for breeding, because
Oh.
they're Persians. They have the flat face, and they're really expensive.
Oh
These are
yeah.
really expensive cats, and I my love for cats only extended um to the internet. Like I love um the flat faced cats that I see on Grumpy Cat
Oh, okay. Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
prime example of like one of the cats that I adored. But other than that, before these cats, I never wanted cats. I never had good experience with cats. They were always like scratch and stuff, and so I never really liked them. But it was so weird because like a week or two before I got these cats, my friend asked me like, "Oh, are you a cat person or a dog person?" Then I kind of mentioned it. I was like, "Ah, like neither, but like I do like these internet cats. They have it's a very specific cat that I like, Persians." And then a week or two later, my mom is like, "Oh my god, these cats are being abused. Do you want them?" And at first I was like, "Well, we can't have cats." But I said, like, "Oh, send me a picture." She sent me the picture and they're so
Oh.
cute. And I was like, "Oh, it's the Persians, you know?" And then she was like, and I was like, "Well, how much?" And then she was like, "Oh no, it's free." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take the orange one." And they're like, "Well, they're looking for their father and son. They've never been separated
Oh.
before, so they're looking for someone that can take two cats." So thank God my roommate, she knows of cats. She took care. So like if I was more confident in saying like, okay, I'll take them, you know, because she could definitely help me out. Um, and yeah, we have two cats. There was so many red flags though because um, they ended up being sick. So they both like
Oh.
congenital heart failure and stuff. And one of them got triggered during New Year's Eve of the fireworks.
Oh, got him rattled.
Yeah, and then we ended up taking to the vet. I mean, the emergency vet, and then that right there, those bills rack up really
Oh yeah.
fast, you know. And then by the time I tried to get insurance from, he wasn't able to because he was already diagnosed with a bunch of
Oh,
like
so he's
um
uninsurable kind of thing.
yeah. So I got insurance on one of them, but the one that's really sick, and they only gave him 6 months to a year to live,
Oh wow.
and the year mark was this past January.
Oh.
So all everything past January 5th of this year is all bonus life. You know, he's still around. He still definitely goes in and out of heart failure.
Oh.
Um, so we just, but he is on one of the strongest medicines. So after when that stops working, then that's like, that's not, that's all you can do, you know?
Oh.
So
Sorry to hear
it's,
that, bro.
bro, but I love him, you know? And it's crazy from the time we got him to now, the amount of affection that they do show us
Yeah.
night and day. You know, when we first got them, they were so scared. They're very skittish. They would hide, you know, and then now, you know, it's like a routine now that one of them every morning he'll hop on, like ask for rubs, and then even nighttime, the other one will come and just sit on my chest. You know, did you know that if does your cat ever faces his butt to you, like
Sometimes.
face? So that's a sign that like saying I love you. Did you know that?
No. I thought he was
So
like,
and then
okay.
and to say I love you back, you just blow
Yeah, I'm
the
not
hole.
doing blowing my cat's ass. I'll pet him. Like, yeah.
But that's a sign of endearment. Yeah.
Oh, you setting me up, bro. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'll be blowing my cat's ass, and then my daughter be, "What are you doing?" I'm like, saying I love you. That's not that doesn't sound right.
Promise to God.
What I
Yeah,
like about him
if you
is,
got someone blowing your ass, I think that's a sign of I love you.
or like something else. What I do like is they're
Oh my
very
god.
low maintenance. They
Hmm.
go in the bathroom in the litter box. You just scoop it out. You don't have to take them for a walk or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's true.
and they're self-clean. Like you don't have to bathe them. And my cat is
Yeah.
like so soft and super clean. But one thing I've done with my cat at an early age was I take him to the beach and
Oh,
I take him in
nice.
the water
Lucky.
and it swims. It's a trip. When we take him to the
What?
beach, the whole beach checks him out. So he's like a celebrity at every beach we go to, and we'll put him on one end of the like I'll swim him out, and then he'll swim back to shore, and then he'll come back out, or we'll hold him, and we have like a harness, and he'll like walk around the sand and try catch birds and stuff. Yeah, it's
Whoa,
super
that's so
cool, bro. Yeah,
cool.
it's hilarious. And nobody expects it like to bring a cat
Yeah.
to the beach. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's everybody like, oh, I want to bring my cat to the beach or whatever. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. Definitely grew on
Yeah.
me. I've never
Yeah.
known to be a cat person. And I mean, I'm Year the
I
Tiger,
feel
so
you,
maybe
bro. I feel
that's
you,
why.
bro. Yeah. I think I'm the ox. Yeah, I shouldn't even know nothing with cats, but I
Yeah.
these ones, yeah, I fell in love with. And then they're really good. They don't scratch people.
Mm,
I mean, unless you like pick them up and try and like,
yeah.
snuggle them, then they're like try and get away. But other than that, they're very gentle. So I call it boots. If you want something, he'll like just gently like, hey,
Oh,
pat you on the
let
face.
you know.
Like, hey, can you rub me, please? Can you scratch my? It's super like gentle. It's never like yeah,
Yeah. Mine will just
yeah.
walk up towards me, look at me, and then just fall down on his and expose his belly. And that's like, hey, scratch my belly.
Oh, yeah, and that's also a sign of like they trust you. Yeah,
Oh, I
but
thought it
when
was
they
a
can
sign of
go,
you're my bitch, scratch me.
I trust that you're my bitch. So
Yeah.
scratch you.
Okay. I know, like
It's a
if
two-part,
anybody,
two-form.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. The amount, because my cat will scratch my girlfriend up. Like every time she plays with him,
Oh,
she'll be scratch, and he won't scratch me or my daughter. And she can't get him to lay next to him or whatever, next to
yeah.
her. But that cat will like lay on me all night, and I'll like send her jealous videos and be like, "Hey, look at this! Look at what he's doing!" And she just be, "How come he won't do that to me?" I don't
Wow.
know.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the cat's territorial of
Maybe,
you,
I don't know.
you know?
And he'll
I
let
don't know.
Arya, he'll sleep next to Arya and stuff. So I don't know.
That's amazing.
But she's
Yeah.
Year the Tiger too, so I don't know. Maybe that has something
Maybe
to
it's
do with
something to do. Yeah.
it.
Can feel the spirit, the animal
Yeah,
spirits.
yeah. Anyway,
Wow, that's
bro,
dope.
I've seen you at the Common Kings concert, and I gotta admit,
Yeah.
from the outside looking in, I always see you filming. I always seen you doing your thing, but it seemed like you weren't as stressed with this concert as uh previous events that I see you working at. I fit I figure you did something different, or I don't know. You seem like I could talk story with you for a little bit. Like you're not like, oh, I got like you seem more engaging. I don't know if you were less
Right.
stressed.
This was one of the first times that I had like a team with me. So my
Oh,
boys, Prime Footage, and a bunch of other ones from Big Island, all these filmmakers from Big Island, when they heard that Common Kings was coming down, because the Big Island boys have already worked with Common Kings separately. All of
oh,
us filmmakers had worked with them in some point over the years, So when they saw that, oh, they were coming to Hawaii, they then saw it was under the Dream Weekend
yeah.
experience. So Dream Weekend, I've been their videographer for since their beginning of
That's
Dream
Mike
Weekend.
Galmichi and
Malcolm
Johnny
Michi
Mac.
and Johnny Mac. Yeah. So I've been doing all their videos since before that too. So when they put two and two together, they just kind of reached out. There was like, hey, look, if there's a budget, cool. If there's no budget, we still come in and we want to help you out, you know? And I was like,
Oh,
yeah, bro, come on down, you know, you can stay with me. And then, you know, we can make a whole weekend, from it and stuff like that. So, they were in talks with Comic Kings. Comic Kings had like, an idea for like a video and stuff. So we kind of all just collaborated. And
oh
then
wow.
I hosted them. I found this voucher. I did a project for the Hyatt, Waikiki, during COVID, I think, or maybe maybe a little before COVID. But, part of that agreement, part of that project, they gave me a voucher for like a 6-day stay at the Hyatt.
Oh wow.
And I thought I could like split it up, but they said like I have to use that whole thing. So like
Oh
6 days straight. So I ended up using that voucher for the boys. I got to put them up at the Hyatt and whatnot. So yeah, it was really good. That was a crazy weekend because it was only supposed to be one show,
yeah.
and then they added another show. And then, one of my main clients that I had for a few years now is Honolulu Marathon. And,
Okay.
throughout the year, Honolulu Marathon has these like smaller races. So
Okay.
it was a 10K race that they have. It's called, King's Runner, and it starts at Blaisdell Park and then goes into like Kakaka Park and Salt
Oh
area,
wow.
and then comes back around to Blaisdell. So I had that Sunday morning, and that so the no one slept that weekend
Oh
basically
yeah.
because we were filming the concert and then the after party at Moani's, and then they had the same thing, the next day. So Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday was the Honolulu Marathon Kings Runner. But everything was at Blaisdell, so we kept
Oh,
going
that's cool.
back and forth to Blaisdell. So yeah, but yeah, I was definitely less stressed, because I had a team, and then plus it was 2 days of kind of the same
Yeah.
lineup. So normally the concerts, you know, it's just one off and just one concert. So there is a lot of pressure to get all the shots. You know, you have one chance basically, you know.
Yeah.
So this one, I think even if they weren't there, I still would have been less stressed because I had two concerts of the same setup to pull from, you know.
Okay.
So my chances of missing a shot was a lot less than, like a normal one night event. But yeah, bro, like thank it was so good, you know, just working with the team. And then I got to pay him, to help me out on Sunday for the run.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was nice, you know, being able to pay the boys and just give back. And yeah. So we got a lot of great footage, and we're still working on like a couple edits. Yeah, the Big Island boys are working on a longer edit, more Common King focus, and then I'm
Mm.
doing like the normal recap of the weekend experience for Dream Weekend. But
How easy was it for you to be able to trust them? I don't know if you're like me. I'm very hands on, or I get like I want it done a certain way. I might as well just do it myself. How easy was it for you to like relinquish a little bit of creative control, or let them do their thing and be like, not gonna worry, versus you gotta micromanage them.
yeah, it was actually very easy because their bread and butter also, like they dominate all of Big Island. So any
Oh,
concerts, like Prime Footed Jeremy is Kai Kenna Scanlon's personal videographer as well. So, um, the team that came down, they normally film events.
mm.
So I didn't have to really, you know, and then we had a couple newer guys that, you know, we use this as a great opportunity to kind of get in the whole mix of things
Okay.
and kind of like see what we do and how we shoot. So
Yeah.
that was also a learning opportunity for couple of the boys that came out with us, you know.
Yeah, I
So
seen Milk was helping you
yeah.
out, and
No, Milk was actually part of the radio station because I
oh,
think they
okay,
did some
okay.
stuff with iHeart. So he was
Oh, okay.
just there doing his own
Freelancing for
thing.
the radio. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. But he was doing pictures. There was a couple of times where um at like the meet and greet section where I asked Milk to just kind of like, oh, can you know take pictures and stuff of of the groups in Common Kings. I think, oh yeah, you were. That's when I saw you
Yeah,
guys back there
that
too.
was
Yeah,
oh,
so I know
bro.
Milk jumped in and
Yeah,
yeah.
that
But that was
whole event.
cool.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. I haven't seen them. I mean, we brought them on when I was doing concerts with Ray when they
Hmm.
first started, when nobody knew who they were. And I remember watching them at our Oloholaulea concert.
Oh
And for the first time thinking, like, whoa, these guys is different. These guys got way some magic about them that they're gonna be big. And to this day, I watch them and all that, but I haven't seen them in person for a few years. And
wow.
when I got to see the boys and the band, oh, we actually Hanson and I snuck in through the back. Well, we didn't really snuck in. We had the VIP thing, and there was
Yeah.
just a small door ajar, and of course, I just opened it, walked in, and it just so happened to be right where the meet and greet was. And then Junior saw me and was like, "Dad," and he just gave me a hug. And then it was just whoa, and then it was just one shot after another. And that I got hammered that night. It was so much fun though to just watch them sell out the Blazer and perform from seeing them their first show at our Aloha Laolea Aloha Tower, and to see them get nominated for Grammys and win all these awards, and the success they had blows my mind. And it was something that I could picture happening to this band. They had just a weird kind of magic, and
Yeah.
it's weird because they're still the same. Like I talk to them and they're the same silly people, the same brothers, the same aloha, as if they were still trying to get known. And they're sold out the Blaisdell twice, and the Rock came and like it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy being backstage with them and the Rock and stuff. Um well, that was actually stressful too because the Rock came, there was so much more like security
Oh yeah.
protocols that had to be in place, you know. And then he wasn't supposed to be filmed or anything like that. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was very selective of the people that was let in the green room, but that green room was pretty nuts, bro.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
it was pretty fun, very lit. And yeah, and then the Rock's like super chill
Well, you got to meet him,
with
huh?
everyone and
I
stuff.
seen
But
you making your silly videos in front of
yeah, I tried. Well,
him.
like the one time where I could have actually took a nice picture of me and him, I ended up doing a video shout out to his videographer
Oh.
that I know, and we all met when he came to Mauna Kea during the
Mm.
protests. So we helped the Rocks team on a video that they were making about the Mauna Kea and stuff. So they used a lot of our footage and that
Oh,
and
that's
whatnot.
cool.
So ever since then, we just kind of follow each other on social media and stuff. And yeah, it was pretty cool because the Big Island Boys too. They met him, the Rocks videographer, all at the mountain too. So we all kind of met each other at the same time.
Oh wow.
Gave the Rock them our footage of Mauna Kea and stuff like that, and just kind of built that, that friendship, that bond of like
Oh, that's cool.
videographers around the world. Yeah.
That's
So
cool in this day and age that you guys can co-share stuff, because I know in different industries it's like, oh, I'm like very standoffish and very like, I'm not gonna help you, but seems like you guys kind of can be friendly about it, huh?
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I think we just been blessed. I think it comes down to like the type of people we are, you know.
Yeah.
We always want to help out. We're very inclusive. Um, so if you have that good vibe, I think it just meshes well.
Yeah.
Like there was these other videographers that came down from San Diego, that was helping Tautua, the or Tautua's foundation had like a project ongoing during that week of Comic Kings. So they were just invited to come and, film or whatever. Um, but they met us and we were all in the same room, and they were like super down to just give us their footage that they took. They're like, hey,
Oh,
look,
me.
we're not getting paid, but we're here. We have all this really cool equipment. So like whatever we catch, like, we'll give to you guys and whatnot, and then vice versa. So
Wow.
yeah, it's really good. I feel like if you just have that, a good vibe, and I love team players.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's the type of energy I put out and will attract those types of people as well. Yeah.
Definitely. We always had
Yeah,
that
yeah,
vibe.
yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, so you must have had a ton of clips and footage from this concert. How do you weed through all that to and what you personally do to editing?
Hmm.
Oh man, what do you use
Yeah,
Final
so
Final
for
Cut?
for I do,
Yeah.
I do, which is funny because a lot of people use Premiere,
Oh,
Adobe
okay.
Premiere. That's like the professional standard.
Oh,
And then there's like a handful of us that use Final Cut. So,
yeah. I use Final
yeah.
Cut for this.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I, yeah, I normally film everything for Dream Weekend and then edit everything myself.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah. So the
How did you
solo,
learn how to do all that stuff?
I kind of just fell into it. This guy that went to my college, I guess my college had a good film program, but I was a business major.
Okay.
Um, but one of my college friends, in the film, he was a film major, and then after college, he created his own like production company in the mainland. And then he had a team coming out here uh to film. Oh, do you know Chameleonaire? Remember that guy?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You see me rolling.
Yeah. Played at
So,
Republic, huh? Or was it Old Lounge
oh,
back then?
I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, but they were filming a music video that he was featured on for a video game. Like
Oh,
some zombie video game, and they were shooting a music video for that video game with Chameleonaire as the feature. And just by chance, I was the only Hawaii person that guy knew. So he hit
oh,
me up and was like, "Hey, do you know any models? Do you know any cool places to shoot? Like, do you know any person that knows how to film? Like, like." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do." Back then, I was doing like uh, a lot of events with Lincoln Jacoby,
yeah, yeah.
So we did like all the Pepsi sampling, and so I knew models. I know cool places to film, like cool houses, and then I knew like one video guy. So I was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Oh, can I throw you like a couple $100? Just help my producer out. We're a team's coming there." It's like, okay, yeah, sure. So I helped that team, and then the guy that was supposed to film hits me up like an hour before call time that day,
Oh.
and was like, "Hey, I can't make it, but don't worry, I'm sending over a kid from University of Hawaii." I was like, "Oh shoot, I don't. I mean, my hands are tied." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "No, no, no worry." But that kid ended up being really, really good. And
Okay.
then I started hiring him to film our Lincoln's events.
Okay.
We are doing like modern. One of the first projects was like at Modern,
The pool party and stuff
Waikiki.
like that.
Yeah, like the pool party. So we had him come in and do a recap video, and that was good because I think that brand was Ichiko Blue, and then the owners of Ichiko Blue was actually from Japan, so they couldn't come to the event. And
Oh.
we normally, like how normally club stuff used to be, it was just pictures, right?
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
would find pictures. So like you would have to give bar sales and pictures to our client, just to see if the event went well. And then I had the idea of like, oh, why don't we make a cool video,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that we can send it to them, you know, and it worked. And so I started hiring him and his other friends for all our events that you know, that I thought was like cool enough to film. So it was the New Year's Eve party of the year.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, that was kind of a bigger one. So that guy brought his friends from UH, and then it just got more. And around that time, I was getting into drone video, drone
Oh,
photography stuff. Um, so I kept hiring these kids to like film things, and then just along the way, I just kind of like would watch them learn here and there how to use a
oh,
camera, how they do it, and then when they started graduating though and leaving, people were still asking me for videos or if I do videos. So I had to force myself kind of to learn everything else because I couldn't always depend on the you know the other my friends
yeah.
because they were just getting busier and busier. So they kept connecting me with other video people and whatnot. So it like I was taught by kids, you know,
That's
kids that were
crazy.
and not only like just kids with cameras, but like these kids are really like the top of their class type of people. So I got super lucky for all these mentors. One, I get to pay them, and then
Yeah,
in return, they also get to teach me. You know, and I was really lucky that they're also able to teach. Like they like teaching. You know, they
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
when I ask questions, they don't mind teaching and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of, yeah, I just kind of fell in it and then it just kind of
That's
grew, doing it on the side for fun. But I remember where I made the commitment to myself to where like, okay, I can't, it's not a hobby. Like, I want to do this. Like, I need to figure out how to make money from this. And it was when I crashed my first drone. And I remember like it was $1,000, and back then like you had to like solder, you had to like open up the brain to like put
Oh,
all these
yeah.
like accessories and stuff inside the GoPro, attach the GoPro. It was a mess, and $1,000 was a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So I remember when it crashed in the water, I was filming dolphins out at Yokohama's,
Oh, wow.
and then and then I was like, and back then you had to manually time the battery, you know,
Oh,
and then I was never in like the RC world, but in the RC world, you know, if you like gun it, you actually drain the battery more. Like it'll go fast, but it'll also drain the battery faster.
I see.
So when I realized the time of the when I was filming, I was like, oh, I got to get it back, and I was just gunning it, and then I saw the drone just kind of like ooh, sink down. I was like, and then it
Oh no.
crashed.
Was it
Yeah,
white, those
so I
white
lost
ones
him.
with the oh, that's the like the first ones, not those
Yep,
mini Maverick. Okay, yeah.
first gen. So after that, I kind of was like, you know, like oh, that was a lot of money. It just went away, and I was like, if I want to, you know, do this again because I really like droning, I want to figure out how to make money. So it was a good hand in hand and good segue to like, you know, people still wanted videos, so I still, you know, would go and do them on the side. Yeah, so I was doing that just on the side, making side
Wow.
money here and there. They got booked for like a couple weddings and then more events, and then yeah. And then it just kind of grew from there. So I think I've
That's
been
insane.
total years I've been doing it for like 10 years.
So
But
kind of like
I
right
think
after we started doing our promotions, huh? Yeah. That's
yeah, for
insane. This
sure.
whole time I thought you had
Yeah.
formal training from college and it was like uh because your stuff is by far professionally grade. So I thought it was a
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I had no
Yeah.
idea you were self-taught or taught by watching people, and I'm sure YouTube and all
Yeah.
that, but
Those kids went to college for it. My
you got the
teachers that
benefit. Hey, hey, that's cheap tuition, huh?
yeah,
A couple plate lunches and some gigs,
yeah.
huh?
I'll pay them that they're going to school and then they can teach me. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. No, I
that's
was
awesome.
just yeah, super blessed to just the my mentors were just really amazing,
Yeah.
people, and they still are. And if I can afford them, I definitely try to hire them if I
Yeah, yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
your own production company.
Hmm.
What do you call it?
Well, well, I inherited like before when I had just weddings. I used to just have a production company for weddings. That I inherited a company called Crane Media Productions
Okay.
from this guy that like a family friend, and uh, he was doing video or wedding videos for like 20 years plus.
Hmm.
Like he was like the OGs of
So you
wedding
had an
video in
established
Hawaii.
company.
So he had a great company already established, already preferred vendors in all the hotels. And his exit strategy was he was started to officiate weddings.
Oh, I see.
But his search engine optimization was so good that it was like, at that time, I think I was either married or getting married, but um, I would travel a lot to the mainland to film events, and he kind of sat me down and he was like, "Hey, look, like you have to think about your family now. If you're going to get married, you want to be home more. So why don't you do wedding videos?" And then he started telling me what he was going to do, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I make the same money just doing officiating with no equipment." And then it's just a script in 30 minutes. I was like, "Whoa, wait, that sounds like a good idea. I'm an actor too. Like, how
Maybe
can I
I'll
do
officiate.
officiating?" Yeah. He was like, "No, no, 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 no. You're still young. You're still young, boy. You still can, and you do good videos. So you'll just do this." So yeah, so I was rocking Crane Media Productions for a wedding for like a couple of years, and then when pandemic hit, I kind of dropped the ball on it.
Hmm.
Wasn't keeping up with like the website, and I kind of just closed everything down. So for now, I mean, it's just I get a lot of work through Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, legally, my production company, my LLC, is just a LLC. Is my name LLC, VALEN LLC. But I know I have a logo that says VALEN Films, so a lot of people know me under that name. But a lot of the times, people just hire. I wish I could get a cool name like Crane Media, or I don't know. I wish I could like find a cool production company name, but because I feel like there's some pros and cons for having, you know, a company name versus like your personal, a
Yeah.
personal. So I feel like if I really wanted to scale faster, I think a production name could help me do that. Um, but just branding wise, I think just a lot of people know my videos, so they just want,
Yeah.
and that's the hard part for scaling because they want me,
Yeah.
and like sometimes a good producer or a good setup would be like, yeah, they come to me for the project, but then I can allocate people to kind of take care of it
Yeah.
so I can work on other stuff, so but like because they want me, it kind of pigeonholes me to like, oh no, like I have to be there. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that they
yeah,
know the quality they're gonna get when you're there. So
right.
it's
And then I think more so like because we become like, there's like more of a friendship,
yeah.
so like the people that hire me, a lot of times I become their friend,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
like it's more than just like a job and client type of relationship. And I think that's what keeps me having business is like, it was like, of course, like people just want to work with their friends,
Yeah,
So
for sure. I've been
yeah,
doing it for
I think,
years.
yeah, I think that always helps too, having
So
that mentality.
your only job right now is your production company and shooting these videos, other than your acting gigs here and then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, acting. I scored a lead role on a Hallmark movie,
I seen that
and
was a
yeah,
Christmas thing, huh?
thanks to no, it was
Or
a
did it come
summer
out
thing. It
Christmas?
was like a
Oh.
summer thing. Yeah, yeah. I wish I did a Christmas movie. That would be fun. Christmas
So
is boy.
how did you get into that movie?
So normally those types of roles never come through Hawaii. It's normally
Yeah.
casted in LA, like the main roles. But because of COVID, it kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for local people because everything was you could submit online,
Oh, I see.
and then they give you a good amount of time to like submit. So I tell every actor like now we have the opportunity to like show them your best
Yeah.
clip, show them your best audition instead of before you have to block off some time, make an appointment with the casting agency, go in
Yeah.
physically, and then you have to do the scene and they record. And then if you get to record more than once, it's the casting director's choice to choose which one they
Oh,
like to send. It might not be the one you like, but like it's in their hands, to submit.
yeah.
So now that everything's online, one, casting directors on the mainland can look at more people
Hmm.
faster.
Yeah.
Um, so that was definitely a big pro. So the pro of that is now we can, because like when I did my audition, it took me a few hours to get a good one that I liked that I could submit.
Oh, and you could
And
mess with it and do
yeah,
whatever. Like you
and
okay.
then that audition process was fucking hilarious because I think I was high. I was high during it. And then my friend Dante, he
I
was
know
drunk.
Dante. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was drunk while he was helping me trying to read the lines and stuff. So it was pretty funny how that whole thing. I really didn't think I was gonna get the part or a callback, but I just wanted to like it was a big
Go through the
part. So I
process.
still wanted to like submit something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so when I got a call back, we had to do a Zoom audition too with the producer, the director, and everything. So
Maybe that's when the
yeah,
eyebrow
they
thing.
got it. Yeah, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's I like his eyebrows. It's
Yeah.
good. Give him a job. Yeah. Yeah, so it was down to an LA guy and then me, the last Hawaii person. So I think that one, I had enough credentials,
Mm.
um, that they felt okay, because that's a lot of money on them, like
Yeah.
trying to choose someone for a part, like that's an investment on their time.
Yeah.
So I had enough credentials to where they're like, okay, yeah, one, they'll save money because they don't have to fly another person, to Hawaii. And then two, he did a bunch of other stuff that okay, yeah, we feel safe, going with him. So, but that movie came out great, and I think it definitely set the ball for more Hallmark movies,
Oh, that's cool.
with that same production company that did it. So yeah, they've been pumping out a bunch ever since
Oh,
COVID.
right on. How did it once it aired, what was the response that it got?
It was actually really good responses. I've been on like I got interviewed with a couple other podcasters that follow Hallmark and stuff, and they gave me some insight saying like, oh, they actually liked, like the supporting characters, which was me and this other lady.
Oh,
So they
nice.
said they said normally like that doesn't normally happen, but like it was really cool to see like, oh, they actually liked this
You.
the support, yeah, other stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah, it was taken pretty well. and I
You
thought
you
they,
looking to do more acting in the future?
yeah, I mean, I love to act. I've been doing it all my life, so um, I I don't know how to. I mean, I do still take auditions.
Hmm.
I also turn down a lot of auditions because if you can't commit to the time, like they give you like a time frame, like, oh, you need to be available like from this day to this day because these are shooting days. Not
Oh,
necessarily you're going to shoot all those days, but you just need to be completely available no matter what and then so the past few years it's been hard to make those commitments.
yeah.
And then plus to like some of the stuff that like the normal stuff that would come down to Hawaii are like one liners, and
Oh,
then like it's like, oh, I don't want to blow my one shot on NCIS with one line.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I want
Yep.
to try and at least find. So yeah. So but yeah, I mean I still do audition
Oh, that's
here
cool.
and there.
A
There
lot
was
of stuff
there
gets
yeah,
filmed on here too, huh?
a lot, yeah. And then there's also like a lot of like short films too that are like really good. Like um I'm hearing a lot of really good people from University of Hawaii is like
Oh,
getting out there and doing a lot more projects and stuff. So yeah, I
just
think
like
we have like a
independent.
lot of good.
Oh,
Yeah, but
nice.
I guess like we have a lot of good writers coming out of Hawaii now.
Oh,
So
that's
that's really
awesome.
cool, and that also gives us local actors opportunities as well.
Were you
Yeah,
ever
it's
wanting to produce your own film, being that you're now behind the camera also?
yes,
Oh,
bro.
okay, you got some plans. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
bro. I got some plans,
Yeah.
man.
Kind
I
of
got I
expected that though.
I got um I got like three projects that are all separate, but they're all in the same universe and they all cross paths.
Oh,
There's like
nice.
one scene that kind of ties all of them together. Um yeah, so it's interesting because I feel like I've been working backwards the past years, meaning
Hmm.
I've I'm meeting people like on the back end, like I'm meeting producers or um, people that eventually I would want to work with on a project. I think the normal process is like, oh, they make the movie and then they go out and find all the other pieces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like I've been making good relations with all these other people who will who I want to end up working with me on, on like my project when it's finally complete.
Oh, that's
So
super
just
cool.
building relations in different departments over the past years. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's good. That way, yeah,
cool.
that way you know exactly what you're gonna get when you're ready.
Yeah, yeah. This year's different. I got like offered like normally like they'll pay you for like a day, right, or like a project. Or sometimes if I come on as just a shooter, it's just your day rate or whatever, or just like a one-off project. But this year I've gotten like three offers to do like back end deals, meaning like I'm like not just the director of photography, like I'm also a part owner in the project.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's kind of like, but it's also like taking a risk because like up front you're doing a lot of the work with no pay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the in the hopes that, oh, this will get picked up by a network, or or they
Or like
pitch it to
Netflix or
someone.
something. Yeah, that'd be super
Yeah,
cool.
so it's cool that now I'm diving into that type of realm. Now that I know some people that actually know how to pitch things to those networks,
Oh,
that process. um but it's definitely a big risk because like, oh, I could put on all this time and work and then
yeah. Time
nothing
is
go,
money too, so you
and then
donating your time.
yeah. And I already saw one project last year that I did. I was a videographer in it, but that project didn't even get picked up, but they paid us, but
Yeah.
then the director and producer, they have nothing, you know what I mean? Like there's,
Yeah.
yeah, so
I guess you gotta pick
that's
and
hard.
choose
That's
which
new.
ones you wanna
Yeah,
back with your time.
I know. I know. I mean, the three, they all sound promising. So like I'm trying to like figure out how I can allocate, and
That's
like kind
so
of
cool.
manage my time better
Yeah.
to focus on that. So yeah.
What I did notice nowadays is you becoming a big presence on social media, just silly videos and stuff.
For
And
real.
I think so, man. And your videos with your mom is my favorite because
I
that
did a
the
poll.
the
I did a
vibe with you and your
poll and
mom is
that,
unbelievable.
yeah, I definitely want to explore more of that because she's always down to do
She's down it
anything,
seems. The
and
haunted house one is hilarious.
she's so she's so funny. But yeah, I did do a post because I mean a lot of the times I just post like my client stuff, but I mean this year I want to do like more, post more stuff that I edit for myself, or
Yeah.
yeah, and then also I don't know, I guess get in front of my own camera more,
Yeah.
or interact more. I've been doing some stuff with 808 Viral, so that
Okay.
helps. There's like like the little community that we're in,
Yeah. Yeah.
the Hawaii,
Creative
Creative
creators. Yeah.
Hawaii, and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely want to allocate more time toward doing more creative stuff like that, collaborating with people, and also being in
That's
front of the
what's
camera.
super cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
I did a poll about like, hey, what do you guys like to see from my page? And the top one was stuff with my mom.
exactly. That's what that for me. I love watching that.
I
It's
was like,
hilarious because
oh,
she's as personable as you are, and your vibe is just like you don't see that often, and it's hilarious.
yeah,
Like, and she
yeah, that's
reminds me,
true.
she probably reminds everybody of their mom or auntie or someone they can relate to easily, man. It's fun to
So
see. So I
yeah,
personally hope
that's cool
that
you
you do
mentioned
way
that. Yeah,
more. So shout out to your mom.
that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thanks.
super cool. And social media is becoming like a huge way of marketing. So, I mean, that
Hmm.
will just draw eyes to your projects and whatever else you got going on. And
Yeah.
hopefully be able to monetize it with that group that we're a part of,
Hmm.
Hawaii's the creator group. It's cool because there's so much interaction, but I do find myself if I like put my phone down for a little while, then I got like a million messages. I gotta like people stuff, but the support each other has for everybody has been pretty cool, which I really
Yeah.
think is awesome that people are actually supporting each other. And for me, that's always like the
Yeah.
coolest part
Yeah.
of
It
social
it's
media.
hard to follow though sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
I
miss one
know.
day and you're like backed up for like, oh,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah. I know. I asked Philip. He's in that group. He's like a foodie
Yeah, yeah,
videographer. If he was going to, there's like a ramen thing I think today,
yeah.
right? That but so I asked him about it. He said, "Oh, I didn't hear about it." I was like, "Oh, it was like it was like mentioned in the chat one day," and he was like, "Oh, I missed it." He was like, "Yeah, it's definitely hard," and he's like, "Yeah, it's hard. Like, I definitely miss a lot if I don't like try and keep up and stuff."
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's definitely cool that it's getting a lot of traction and support.
Was cool at the Common Kings concert. A lot of those individual creators were there, and I got to meet them in person. Some I even had on the
Oh, that's
show,
right. Yeah.
and for me, that was pretty cool. Like, um, the news guy and yeah, a couple of the other ones I didn't get to meet in person, but had them on my show through
Hmm.
Zoom, and to actually give them a hug and shake their hand and talk to them was cool for me. And yeah,
Yeah.
I like
I
how
want.
they everybody supports.
Yeah, I want more outings like that though. With
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
yeah, because it's definitely different. like everyone, see each other online, but it's definitely a different vibe when you're actually
Yeah.
physically there and come together and stuff
Yeah.
like
And
that.
they
So
seemed excited to meet
yeah,
me too. So that was kind of cool too. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
No, I think it's so exciting trying to meet people, that because like, man, COVID really threw us a loop, like
yeah.
got us so used to like not really engaging
Yeah.
physically, so nowadays, I think Comic Kings was one of the biggest events, of this year, to
Yeah.
where, people really came out and got to socialize and stuff. So hopefully more of that. More of
Yeah.
that. No COVID though. I don't want COVID.
Yeah.
But
I'm over
more
COVID.
engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we used to together did a lot of nightclub promotions. Do you miss the weekly Friday night craziness? Because we had a run for what was it, like 5-6 years every Friday, even some Saturdays. I mean, we done it together, and
Yeah,
we
it's
we
definitely
definitely
a hustle.
yeah
It's definitely a hustle that is not made for everyone.
yeah
And that is
definitely
why there's a select few that are still going. Do I miss it? There are parts of that I miss. I just miss the community. That was really cool. And as a promoter, you get to show people a good time. So
yeah
I definitely miss those types of opportunities, and it's very different from a promoter perspective that versus a patron. You
yes.
know, so that experience of that caliber is I definitely miss.
Well, you
Yeah,
were definitely the company you work for. You were like the guy that did most of the promotion and um got the people to come. You know what I mean? Like you had
right,
a
right,
bigger
yeah,
company, but you were hands on. So we mostly dealt with you night of, like during the event,
right, right, right,
and
right.
that
I was
was
the
like
I
the
was the
most fun.
face of
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That was fun, man.
It was a
Yeah,
good run. It was a good run.
saw
We did
some
a
saw
lot of
some crazy
crazy.
saw
Yo,
some crazy things.
yeah.
No
Imagine if you were
regrets,
doing
no
videos
regrets,
back
bro.
then.
Bro, our promotions would be viral for
Oh,
sure, bro.
100%. Hoppa's hard drive may or may not be used in a court of law one of these years. I hate
We're
to
gonna
say
sell
it.
it to TMZ.
Yeah. I hate to say it. I always bring this up is our events either caused the most kids of being conceived or the most breakups happening.
Yeah,
But it was fun, and
yeah,
those Fridays, especially at Oceans, were insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely good times for sure, bro. I do miss those nights. Yeah, I miss the stamina and my what is it called? My metabolism.
Or your
Back then,
ability to drink.
drink and then just consume food without gaining weight. I miss
Yeah.
that. I miss that part too.
Those are definitely fun times, man. So future wise, what do you think your career and the future of what you're doing is going to look like in the next maybe 10 years?
Uh, you know, I don't know. I think one one I mean, I was establishing like set clients, like building events that happen that recur every year
Mm,
um pre-COVID. So COVID definitely knocked some of that momentum off.
yeah.
So over the next couple years I want to build those client relations back up, because that's always good that you can kind of set a number in your head that like, hey, like if I don't work at all, like I already have these clients that have annual events every year that I can count on. So
Okay.
that's always like a good baseline that I want to, solidify and get back and maybe add a couple more of those. I definitely, I, I, one of the another type of back end deal was, I got offered to be a part of a coffee company.
Okay.
and like part ownership in a coffee company, and I manage all their video
Oh,
imagery, I
I
guess.
see.
So
So that would be
that's a new endeavor that I'm diving into. So but like that's definitely like a longevity type of plan.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll see where I go with that,
You
but
drink
that's
coffee?
definitely I don't.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's why like I don't know what
yeah,
I'm getting myself into, but it's definitely something putting me out of my comfort zone, but also creatively wise, like is giving me a lot of uh creative freedom to kind of tackle in and help build this company's media presence.
oh, that's super
Um
cool.
so that was the part where that was very enticing, for me, because as a creative, of course you want
To
have like that
do it your
creative
way.
freedom. That's so that's so awesome. Like, or yeah, to have people trust you and that your direction is cool or is good,
Yeah,
beneficial for the company. So yeah, I'll be exploring that this year. And then we'll see where it goes. But I mean, within 10 years, I definitely want to have a couple of documentaries under my belt that I'm a part of, not just a
nice.
video person, but more as a producer. And then I think within 10 years, I can definitely make a movie for sure.
Oh, that's what's up.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, or maybe at that 10-year mark, it is finally like ready to,
Yeah.
you know, but definitely I think 10 years is a really good number to kind of
Yeah.
focus on
I
those
had a
things.
friend
Yeah,
that
that's exciting.
did an independent film. This guy Kale Wolford, he made
I remember him.
yeah, he passed away, but he
I know.
yeah, he made, I think it's called How Mana. I could be wrong, but
No, no, I think you're right.
yeah,
I think it's called the Haumana.
yeah,
It was
and
about the hula
yep.
people and whatnot. Yeah, I auditioned for that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot which one I auditioned for, but a few of my friends got parts in that movie,
Yeah,
and it was
and
great. And what's crazy is one of the last times, or my first big part on Hawaii Five O, Kale was in that scene as
oh
well. So
really?
we had lunch that day together, and
Oh man.
we're just vibing and talking about
Oh
like
yeah.
what our future plans are and all that
He
kind of
was such an
stuff.
awesome person.
And he was talking about, I think he was talking about that movie.
Yeah.
Um,
He had a
yeah,
one man show that he toured, and I was fortunate enough to go to it when he toured it down here. And
nice.
bruh, it was, that guy had so much talent and aloha. And when you engaged with him, it felt like he was like you were the
He was
center of his.
your biggest supporter, right? Like
Yeah,
he was your biggest
100%. Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
super cool
that
person. Yeah,
that's what I felt after having lunch with him. And he could have ate anywhere else, but he came by just to talk stories with me
yeah,
and just to get to know me.
yeah.
And it's cool. Yeah,
I had
he's really
I
amazing.
always say this as a joke, because um like he was a gay dude, and he my gayest moment, if I'm a straight dude, but my gayest moment, we all were horseback riding. We were able to go horseback riding in Kualoa Valley, and we were on this ridge, and he had his shirt off, and he stopped me. He said, "Oh, let me do a chant," and he did a Hawaiian chant, and I was like, "Oh, if I was gay, that would be the guy, dude." Because he had just had a mana coming out of him, and like on a horseback. I'm just like, okay. All right, I
Like
might have to
the
edit that out.
epitome. Oh,
Yeah. But
that's
that
funny.
guy was super cool, man. And yeah, if you could follow like the kind of stuff he was doing, you'd probably be perfect for that, because you give off that same vibe and aloha. So
Yeah,
that would
he
be
was. it was definitely the like energy that I
Yeah.
liked back then
Yeah.
when I met him. Yeah,
Yeah. That's super
yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
You've done a lot of things with a lot of different artists. I always ask this question because I like meeting celebrities and stuff like that. Like, who is like your favorite celebrity you got to meet, and which celebrity disappointed you? Like, you know how they say you don't want to meet your idols because they will let you down. Like, what would have been yours on both ends of the spectrum?
Oh, that's a good
Because you met some
one.
cool people, man.
I met, yeah, like Cardi B, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, E40, Usher, Neo,
That's cool.
um, who else? Oh, sorry, Siri's messing it up. Um, I think one of my favorite people that I got to cruise with is Anthony Hamilton. Do you remember him?
No, well, I don't think so.
What does Anthony Hamilton sing? Um, because he's kind of an old school.
And he came to Hawaii.
No, I met him in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, okay.
So I was doing videos over there in the Caribbean. I think it's called like Tobago Jazz Fest. Um, that's where I met Neo. I went jet skiing with Neo. I got to go film him
My
around the
girlfriend
town and
be
stuff like
jealous
that.
because that's her
Yeah,
favorite all-time favorite artist.
for
Like
real.
fangirl crush is Neo. Like, because they might be coming down
Yo,
here, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That was definitely some talks.
yeah, so she's like, oh, let me know. Cause she works for Mike them. She was one of their VIP bartenders. So she was
Nice.
there at Common Kings, but her all-time favorite is Neo. And yeah.
Yo, let me tell you a funny story about Neo. It's
Okay,
so
what's up?
random. It's so random. Okay, so I was his videographer for the time that he was staying. He was staying in a villa next to the villa that I was staying in, and I
Okay.
was just like, I don't think I had. Oh yeah, I had like a really small room, but like I was really cramped, like where I was. Um, Almost like couch surfing in the villa because I had to share with like a bunch of other people. But Neo and his party was in the villa next to us, and after the concert, he um, they had to go straight to the airport. So that night, his villa was open, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna go raid his villa. I'm gonna go sleep in Neo's villa." And then, like, so I'm thinking, like, oh, yeah, they got all kinds of alcohol, good food and everything. Um, so I go in, I raid the kitchen. I forgot that he was a vegan.
Oh.
So, and then he doesn't drink.
Oh.
So,
You got
so
lettuce
like,
and
if
coconut water.
and then okay, so that's not even the funny part. So I go upstairs into the master bedroom, right? And I was like looking around, go in the bathroom, and I see his like his boxers on the ground. I'm like, oh my god, these are Neo's boxers. So what I did was got a trash bag, grabbed it, put it in my suitcase, and
What?
took it home. I took his boxers home because in my mind I was like, oh, I wonder if I can auction this off like
Guarantee.
on eBay.
I'll tell my
So
girlfriend.
so it was in like my desk drawer for like years. And then one of my cousins now husband was like one of Neo's biggest fans. So I think I gave them the underwear. Or I was like, oh my God, like here, I'm gonna give you Neo's underwear. I think that's what happened to it. Because I don't think I have it anymore, but I know like I thought it was a cool idea for it as a gift. So I just
Did,
kind of gave it
I
away
want to know
because
if you
I didn't know how
watched
to.
it
I didn't know.
first.
Oh, you
Oh,
don't watch it. That no, you don't wash it. What are
so
you
all
talking
the,
about?
the remnants and
All his concert,
swamp
all his
ass.
concert stuff, swamp ass was in there. I never smelled it though. I never smelled it because it was always in the garbage. You know how you make the garbage can
Yes.
a glove?
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
oh, a couple
It
years later,
it
that thing must
didn't
have been funky, man.
it didn't have skid marks. I know that for sure. But
Oh,
it was Neo's underwear.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, but I didn't know how to like do eBay, so I just gave up
Well,
instead
how
of
you
like
would
trying to.
need a letter
And
of
then I was like,
authenticity
yeah,
or
and then I was
something.
like, oh, this is like no one's gonna fucking believe me.
Where you gotta DNA swab the boxers. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my
That's
god. Okay, wait.
hilarious.
Okay, so I think, yeah, I think okay, Anthony Hamilton. What is Anthony? Oh, he sang the song Charlene.
Oh, okay.
Best of Me, the point of it all coming from her. I'm just naming his top five. I actually can't even think of
Yeah, yeah.
what it is. Um, oh, that's actually a really hard question because like one of the first celebrities I got to meet and work with was Big Sean.
Oh, okay.
Before he was dating like Janae Aiko, like before Big Sean was like
Big time.
really Big Sean, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, he was generally one of the nicest people I've met as an artist. You know, he was the first one to go up to you and introduce himself. And yeah, he was just overall really nice. Um, I did a music video of his, or like I was a producer for one of his music
Oh,
videos. I
wow.
took him around to all the sites and stuff. And then yeah, and then they brought me backstage, you know, just to hang out, say hi, and stuff like that at the concert. Yeah, because I think he had a concert at the ALHO Tower,
Mm.
and then before the concert, like a couple of days before, they were trying to shoot a music video, so I kind of took him around and stuff, helped him out. But yeah, he is one of the nicest. But I think me and Anthony Hamilton definitely clicked in the Caribbean
Oh.
because we I just remember cracking jokes like I just kept making them laugh. I have all these like random candid, you know, photos of us. But yeah, that was one of the really cool. We had a private boat that took all the artists out in the middle of the sea, beautiful sunset, and we are just drinking rum in the middle of the ocean in the
Oh,
Caribbean.
nice.
You know, yeah, good times. Uh, one of the for the opposite,
The biggest
one
douches
of
you met.
the um um uh, I don't know if it's like the artist that was douchey, but it's normally their team
Oh,
are like more difficult to work with, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like not I think all the celebrities were like pretty chill, but it would be like the people around them kind of made it difficult or made the engagement a little uncomfortable and stuff. But
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't, yeah, I don't really know. I can't really pinpoint.
Individual in per se.
Yeah, because I mean I met a lot of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them. Yeah. So I'm a back out on that on
Okay, we'll
that
leave it at
question.
that. We'll leave it at that. Because you might have to work with them again.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shucks.
I heard what you said.
And,
It'll be a clip.
yeah, I do have like some really cool footage of Usher and his son in a waterfall
Oh wow.
that I can never show because I signed like an NDA.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Did you give it
And
to him?
then yeah, they have other footage, but
Oh,
I
that's cool.
don't think they ever posted it or anything. It was really like intimate moment. I don't think he really shows off his kids
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
social.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah. Um, what's funny is when I was taking Usher around, we went to the murals down in Kataako Park. You know
Okay.
how they do the
Yeah.
murals, and so he was like taking pictures here and there. I got a picture of him doing the Mauna Kea,
Oh,
the
nice.
Kukiai Mauna. And then we're walking by this one mural, and there was this Asian couple there, and they turned, and then they saw him, and then they said, "Oh, can you take picture? Can you take picture?" And then he was saying, "Oh yeah." So he walks up to them, and ready to take the picture. Then she hands him the camera, and then the Asian couple, goes to the mural and poses.
They just thought he was a
And
random
then,
and
yeah, they didn't know who he was. So he was like, oh,
that's
okay,
shame.
yeah, okay, yeah,
She said, "You can take my picture."
yeah. Can you take my picture? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Let's take. Oh, okay. You're handing me your camera. Okay. Sure.
But he thought they wanted to take a picture with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's shame. They should have took a picture with you and say, "Oh, the Hallmark guy, can you take a
yeah.
picture?" Say, "Yeah, I'll sure take my picture." That's hilarious.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, we've been going for over an hour, and I probably could talk to you for another hour. So you
Oh,
probably
for
have to
real, right?
come back on in the future. I always have these
Yeah, bro.
catching
Anytime.
up episodes here and now with guests that are previously on. So this would be you'd be a good guest to have back on if you be down.
For sure, bro. I think I'm gonna go get ready for the that Hawaii creator thing.
Oh, you're gonna go to it?
Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
you heard
nice.
about it, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
was it
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the mess?
No, no, I heard about it.
Yeah.
I can't go. I gotta get my daughter and stuff. Yeah, but
I know
should be
it's
cool.
such a random time on a Monday.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like that's hard for a lot of people.
yeah. Me, myself included. But tell
Yeah.
everybody I said hi.
Okay, bro.
Bruh, so
Thank
if
you.
people want to hire you or get in touch or even watch your videos, where can they find you?
I mean, the easiest thing right now is just Instagram at Valen Alo.
Right on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometime this year I'll make it more like that's crazy because I don't have a website. It's really just all word of mouth and Instagram. So I've been super thankful all these years just to getting that support. But I definitely is making it a goal for this year to make a website,
Yep.
just so that people know what I actually do and can do and stuff like that. So
They have
so be on the
like
lookout.
yeah, definitely. That would be a
Yeah.
good marketing tool. I have one is I use Wix. It's a kind of templated
Yeah, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
yeah, so you can just pick and cut and form it yourself. I mean, if I can make it, anybody can make it, and it's something I'm proud of. I made my own website, which
Yeah,
I
that's
still
cool, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
and and for us, you can find us on Above the Bridge podcast on Instagram, YouTube. My website is atbpod.com, and my Instagram, my personal one is daddy high. But Valen, I'm so stoked that you came on here. You were somebody I wanted to have on for a while, and I am
So, bro.
beyond impressed with the success you had since I've got to know you, and everything you're doing just blows me away. Like all your videos, like Valen's with Snoop Dogg or Valen's with this, or it's just cool to see your success because you're the same silly dude that I knew from Oceans, and
Yeah.
uh I know you work hard at what you do, and it's showing. And yeah, I wish you more success in the future.
Hey. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Right on,
All right.
man. Well, shakas for the cameras. All right, man, we're out. Shout out to the Artist Group Network. Aloha.